Okay, good afternoon from India, from us all admins team. And good morning to students who have joined us from all around the world. We would like to welcome you for this preparation class, and we have Professor Nimesh from RK University with us to facilitate. So welcome Nimesh sir. Now I would like to request you to take over and start the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And once again, very warm welcome to all the students and AdmisTech team to join my this session on the quantitative aptitude. So without wasting much of our time, students, we will begin. But before beginning, please provide me the confirmation that the screen which I have shared is well displayed on your device and my voice is properly audible to everyone. You can type Y in the group chat window for the confirmation. Okay, okay. Thank you, students, for the confirmation. So, our today's session is named as Booster Session on Quantitative Aptitude. It is delivered by me, Professor Nimesh Davda. I am working as a lecturer and Central Training and Placement Officer at RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat, India. And our today's topic of discussion will be on profit and loss chapter. But before proceeding ahead with the topic, I would like to showcase you one student testimonial from our past year batch. That is the student of international, that is Nepal. So I would please do watch this video carefully.
The Arts of Arc University welcomed me in the year 2016, where I entered in this magnificent campus with aspiring dreams and hope to accomplish it. Civil engineering has always been my passion, and Arc University given me the supreme platform to learn, collaborate, and apply it. I was fortunate to have a strong faculty to mold and shape to who I am now. It's not just from book you can learn here. In fact, you have life to learn here. I was fascinated by infrastructure of Arc University, especially the landscape, which has always been fascinated and given me the positive vibe to learn. Friends, classroom, hostel and cafeteria are some of the things which augments my excitement whenever I think. No matter whatever I am, wherever I am, whatever I do, RK University will always resound through me forever. Thank you, RK University, for giving me this golden opportunity.
Okay, so that was a short student testimonial from one of our student Gyaneshwar Yadav, who is from Nepal. Now let's begin our today's topic of discussion. That will be on profit and loss chapter. Okay, so in this particular chapter, we will be covering up the introductory part, the basics, the important concepts related to the chapter, and last we will be simplifying various problems based on this particular chapter named profit and loss. So let's get started with this chapter. Chapter name is profit and loss. So as a part of introductory students, you might be knowing this thing pretty well that the fundamentals of profit and loss are readily applied in our every commercial transaction. Okay. Okay, I'm finding one message that the sound is not proper or not. I request to please confirm. Okay. So is it proper now with everyone? You can type Y in the chat window. Okay, okay. Okay then. So as we were discussing students that profit and loss are part and parcel of every commercial transaction which we do. Okay. So in fact, the entire economy and the concept of capitalism is based on this so-called profit motive. So to understand this concept and to simplify the problems are much more beneficial to us. So now we would like to introduce you to the basics of the profit and loss. Okay, so the basics will be covering up few of the terminologies which are associated with the profit and loss chapter, and those terminologies are very first the cost price, that is abbreviated as CP sometimes in the question. So the price at which any of the article or goods are purchased is called as the cost price. This is very basic. Then after the selling price, that is nothing but the price at which the article is sold, which is known as selling price. Okay, so we sell the articles at selling price. Then after we have profit or gain. So profit or gain includes the difference between the selling price, that is SP, and cost price, that is CP of an article. Whenever SP is greater than CP, it is called as profit or gain. That is, when we take the difference must be like this way, that is selling price minus cost price, and this will yield to the profit earned. Okay, so this is the definition of profit or gain. And then we have the loss definition, which is defined as the difference between cost price and selling price of an article when cost price is greater than selling price. Okay, so the difference between cost price and selling price of an article when cost price is greater than selling price is called as the loss. So now if an article is sold at a gain of say 35%, then can we say that selling price of the article is 135% of the cost price? Now to understand this fundamental, students, what I will do is I will assume the cost price. Okay, I will assume the cost price of the article to be 100. Okay, the cost price of the article to be 100. And to earn a profit of 35%, to earn a profit of 35%. So my profit value, that is ultimately 35. Okay, so this is current. If this is the currency of India, I will write it as rupees over here. So profit is rupees 35. So what is selling price? It is ultimately 100 plus 35. If it is the case of Indian rupee, I will write it as rupees symbol over here. So total say final selling price of the product, that will be none other than rupees 135. Okay, so SP is 135. So what does it indicate? That the selling price, can we consider it as 135% of the cost price? So this fund, with the help of this fundamental, we will be able to simplify the problems based on few of the concepts of profit and loss. Okay, so this fundamental is quite important. So it is mandatory to understand this particular thing, that if an article is sold at a gain or profit of say 35%, this 35% is an abrupt value. Okay, now the any of the value can be chosen instead of 35%. If I write over here 40%, okay, if I write here 40%, then what will be the selling price? Can anybody answer this? I am writing it a blank over here, so you need to fill in the blanks and provide me the answer in the chat window. You need to fill up this blank. So if this is 35%, we are having 135%. Okay, so similarly if we have 40%, then yes, very good, very good. So we have 140%. So what is the fundamental understood from this particular? We understand that whatsoever the value is provided over here, okay, we are adding this particular value to 100. Okay, and finally we are concluding with this particular statement, that is selling price is equal to 100 plus, let us consider any arbitrary value. Let us assume it as to be x, and I will keep this in bracket. I will introduce percentage over here of CP. So instead of 35, any arbitrary value x is chosen, so that selling price turns out to be 100 plus x% of cost price. So this is the fundamental which we learned. Now we will learn one more fundamental like this, and that is for loss. So once we have understood the fundamental of gain, now we will try to understand the fundamental of loss. That is, if an article is sold at a loss of say 35%, then selling price is equal to 65% of cost price. Okay, so where does this value 65% came? Since in this we were taking 100 value to be the base value or the initial value, I will subtract this value provided over here from 100, and I will come up with the value to be 65. Okay, so 65 is the answer over here. Now let us say, students, if I choose 25% value over here instead of 35, I write 25%. So can anybody tell me what will be the value of selling price? SP is equal to blank percent of CP. Yes, yes, very good. So it is 75 percentage. Okay, so 75% selling price will be 75% of cost price. So be very clear with this fundamental. Like we generalize the fundamental of gain over here, that is, let us say instead of 35 we have X value over here. So we write it as 100 plus X percentage of CP. In a similar way, I will choose any random variable y over here. Okay, just for the generalizing aspect, I will choose the variable y, and selling price will be equal to 100 minus y percentage of cost price. So this is the general value which we have chosen. Okay, so selling price is equal to 100 minus y percentage of cost price. So I believe you all have understood this fundamental pretty well. Now let's have a focus on to few of the basic formulae which you already know for profit and loss chapter. Okay, so let me showcase you few of the formulae which you already know. That is, very first, profit is given by selling price minus cost price. This is already known to us. Now if we want to find out profit percentage, then what we need to do? Profit percentage is given by profit, this is multiplied sign. Okay, profit multiplied by 100 upon CP. I am rewriting this for the sake of better understanding. Profit, okay, this is profit multiplied by 100, the whole divided by CP, or sometimes you may also write it as profit upon CP into 100. Okay, both are correct. Profit upon CP into 100. You can write it as both. Okay, so this is very basic thing. We already know this thing pretty well. Then after we have loss. Okay, so fundamental of loss states like this way: cost price minus selling price. And similarly, like we found out the profit percent, we will also like to find the loss percent. So loss percent, that is equal to loss into 100 upon CP. Now it is very important to note over here, students, that is, in the denominator, okay, in the denominator, the value which we write, that is cost price. Many times students commit a mistake that over here they take the selling price, but be very careful. We write cost price in the denominator. Okay, since cost price will be the base value. So these are few of the basics which we have covered up in this particular slide. Now we will proceed to the next part, that is the important concepts. Okay, so in this particular slide, students, we are going to learn 4 important concepts based on profit and loss. Okay, so starting off with the very first concept, that is concept number 1. Now let us say, if the trader professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses false weights, okay, so the weights are not proper, then the gain percent will be given by error value upon true value minus error value into 100. Now what is this fundamental? Let us take an example for this for the sake of study. Let us say that the instead of 1 kilogram weight, the trader utilizes only 950 grams. Okay, instead of 1 kilogram. Now 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. We already know this thing. So instead of 1000 gram, the trader uses 950 gram. Okay, so what is the error value we obtain over here? That is the difference of 1000 and 950, and error value turns out to be 50. Okay, so 1000 minus 950, that is equal to 50, and this 50 gram is the error value. Now what we are supposed to do? We will simply substitute this value 50, okay, in this formula, and true value is 1000. Make sure true value is the original, this value over here. Okay, so it is nothing but 50 upon 1000 minus 50 into 100, and then we obtain our response. Okay, so this is these are the steps which are involved for this kind of questions. We will be simplifying the question based on this concept one in the upcoming part of the slide. Okay, so just be patient and try to understand the concepts pretty well very first. Then after the concept number 2, that is, if an article is sold at rupees X and the seller incurs a loss of A%, then the price at which it must be sold to incur a profit of B%, that is given by 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100 percentage. Okay, so what is asked over here, how the question will be formulated? If an article is sold at rupees X and the seller incurs a loss of A%. Now instead of these variables, there will be certain values over here. We will come across a question based on this concept in the slides in the later part of the presentation. So, and the seller incurs a loss of A%, then the price at which it must be sold to incur a profit of B%, that is given by 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100 percentage. Okay, so make sure students over here the thing which we obtained, that is the answer is in percentage value. Then after we have concept number 3, that is, if by selling any two articles, one at a profit of X% and other at a loss of X%. So we ultimately, in this kind of transactions, we ultimately incur a loss. Okay, if by selling two articles, let us say we sell 2 pens. Okay, we are selling 2 pens, one at a profit of 5%, one at a loss of 5%. Then in this kind of situation, we are always undergoing a loss, and that loss percentage value can be calculated with the help of this fundamental directly. Okay, so that loss percent value can be calculated by simply substituting the value of this X%, which will be provided in the question, and you can directly come across to the final answer. So this is the shortcut technique which can be applied for simplification of these kind of questions. Okay, now the last fundamental which we will be learning, that is concept number 4, and that is divided into two different categories. One, if CP of articles is equal to SP of Y articles. Okay, so if CP of X articles is equal to SP of Y articles, then we are having two different cases. Okay, we are having two different cases. Very first, profit percent, that is given by for X greater than Y, that is equal to X minus Y upon Y into 100%, and for X less than Y, loss percent, that is given by Y minus X upon Y into 100%. Okay, so if the value of X, that is in this, if this kind of question is asked, that if CP of 21 articles is equal to SP of 18 articles. Okay, if CP of 21 articles is equal to SP of 18 articles, then in that situation we have the value of X greater than Y, and in this situation it is observed that we are incurring a profit. Okay, it is observed that we are incurring a profit, and what happens that if CP of X articles is less than SP of Y articles, then in that situation we generally incur a loss. Okay, so let us say that if CP of 15 articles is equal to SP of 20 articles, then in that situation we generally incur a loss. Okay, so these are the fundamentals which can be applied in the upcoming questions which I have presented, and we will learn these concepts with the help of certain examples. So very first, what we need to do is we will once again try to understand these concepts pretty well. See, concept number one, that is if the trader professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses false weights, okay, then gain percent that will be equal to error upon true value minus error value into 100. And in a similar way, in concept number two, what we learned that if an article is sold at rupees X and the seller incurs a loss of A%, then the price at which it must be sold to incur a profit of B%, that is given by 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100. Now concept number three, since I'm finding the queries in the chat window related to question the concept number three. So if by selling any two articles, okay, let us say the articles must be bought at a certain value. Okay, so if we sell one article at a profit of say X% and other at a loss of say X%, okay, the value remains same. Okay, the value will remain same. So in this situation, it is observed that the seller always incurs a loss. Okay, whenever you find these kind of situation in the question, then do keep in mind that in this situation, the seller will definitely incur a loss. We will come to know this thing in the with the help of an example which I have presented in the upcoming slide. So we'll come to know related to this. Okay. So let us try to simplify few of the questions based on this profit and loss fundamentals, especially this concept which we have learned right at this moment. Now, the question is based on this concept number one. Okay, concept number one, that is if the trader professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses false weights, then we have gain percent equal to error upon true value minus error into 100 percentage. Okay, so let's have a look at the problem. Problem is a grocer sells his goods on cost price but uses a weight of 950 grams instead of 1 kg. Okay, a grocer sells his goods on cost price but uses a weight of 950 grams instead of 1 kg. Then what is the profit percentage of grocer? This we are supposed to find out. Now the options will be provided like this way. A is 55 by 18%, B 55 by 19%, C 5%, or is it D none of these? So now students, it is your task to substitute the values provided in the question. This 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. Okay, we are having 950 grams. So what is the error value? Error value is 50 grams. So you need to do 50 divided by 950. Okay, since true value minus error value, true value is 1000, error value is 50, so it is 950 into 100. So do your simplifications and have your responses in the chat window. Okay, very good. So let's have a look at the response now. And the response is 55 by 19%. Okay, so the students who received this answer, that is the correct answer, 55 by 19%. This will be obtained after simplification. Then we have next problem. I believe this concept one problem is well understood by every student. Okay, is this properly understood? Kindly confirm it. You can type Y in the chat window for the confirmation. Okay, okay. Now students, let us try to shift our focus on to the concept 2 problem. Now the concept 2 which we learned, that was if an article is sold at rupees X and the seller incurs a loss of seller incurs a loss of A%, then the price at which it must be sold to incur a profit of B% is X into 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100. Okay. Now this, let's have a question based on this. That is, when a plot is sold for rupees 18,700, the owner loses 15%. At what price must that be sold in order to gain 15%? So students, there is a minor correction. Please eliminate this percentage value, percentage sign over here. Okay, not to consider this percentage sign. The value which we obtained, that is the selling price. Now the options are A rupees 21,000, B rupees 22,500, C rupees 25,300, or is it D, none of these? Now what is your task? Simply substitute the value. See over here, if you compare the statements of the concept and the problem statement, you will find that instead of rupees X, we are supposed to substitute rupees 18,700. Then instead of this A%, we will substitute the value as 15. This is the value of A. So at what price must that be sold to in order to gain a profit of 50? So this is the value of B, as you can compare over here. So finally, what you need to do, it is 18,700. Okay, it is 18,700 multiplied by 100 plus 15, that is 115, upon 100 minus 15, that is 85, okay, into 100. And after simplification, what is the answer we obtain? Very good. I can find many of the responses in the chat window. And still the responses are increasing. Okay. So one of our student has a query. He needs to understand once again. So Nitish, I will explain once again. Now see, if you focus on the concept statement, so concept is if an article is sold at rupees X and the seller incurs a loss of A%, then the price at which it must be sold to incur a profit of B% is X into 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100. Okay, X into 100 plus B upon 100 minus A into 100. Now observe this problem statement. When the plot is sold for rupees 18,700, the owner loses 15%. So at what price must that plot be sold in order to gain 15%? Okay, so over here, if you try to compare these two statements, you will come to know that the value of X, okay, that is substituted by 18,700 in this particular. Then after we have, instead of A, okay, instead of A, we will write this 85 value. Then instead of B, we will write this 115 value, and then we will multiply by 100. Okay, I believe it is properly understood. Please confirm it. Then after, only simplification is to be done. Okay, so now we will have the answer to this given question. Let's try to observe, and yes, definitely option C, 25,300 is the correct answer. Very good. Okay, so now let us try to observe the question number 3. That is, if by selling any two articles, one at a profit of X% and other at a loss of X%, the loss percent is X square by 100%. Okay, so the question which can be formulated, that is, you can observe over here, that is, Suresh sold two bicycles for rupees 1800 each. He earned 10% profit on one bicycle and loss of 10% on another bicycle. Okay, find his total percentage of profit or loss in his entire transaction. Very good. So now let us try to observe the options based on this. See, options are A 1% loss, B 10% loss, C 1% profit, or is it D 10% profit? Okay, so Suresh sold 1800 rupees, two bicycles for rupees 1800 each. Okay, he earned 10% profit. So now this value of X, okay, so the value of X is substituted by this value 10, and if you do the square, you will come up as 10 square equal to 100. Okay, so it is 100 upon 100, so it is definitely 1%. Now since we know that we are always incurring a loss in such transactions, so finally our answer will be none other than option A, that is 1% loss. Okay, and yes, I can find the 1% loss option A in the chat window. So I believe now it is clear. Concept number 3 question. Any query in this? Okay. So we'll continue with the next concept. Now concept number 4, that is, if CP of X articles is equal to SP of Y articles, then profit percent, that is for X greater than Y, is equal to X minus Y upon Y into 100 percentage. Now a problem is based like this way, that is the cost price of 20 articles is the same as the selling price of X articles. Okay, the cost price of 20 articles is the same as the selling price of X articles. So if the profit is 25%, then the value of X will be how much? Okay, the value of X will be how much? So you have the options like this way: A as 15, B as 16, C as 18, or is it D as 25? Now be very careful, students. Over here you are provided with the profit percent value, and that is the 25%. Okay, so over here you need to write 25 is equal to, see, the cost price of X articles. Okay, over here the cost price of 20 articles, so I will write 20 over here. Okay, then minus SP of Y articles, selling price of Y articles, so I will keep Y like this way, upon Y into 100. Then I will not consider this percentage since it is 25%, so over here both the percentage will get the nullified effect. So then you need to do the simplification of this and come up with the answer. Okay, what you need to do? You need to do the simplification. Now make sure, students, this 100 can be brought down over here. Okay, so it is 25 upon 100 is equal to 20 minus Y upon Y, and then you can do the further simplification to obtain the final answer. 25 into 1, 25 into 4. Okay, so after simplification, what will be the answer? Very good, very good. So let's have a look. And yes, option B, 16 is the correct answer. Okay. Now we'll try to understand few more problems, but these are apart from the concepts which we have learned. Okay, these are apart from the concepts which we have learned. So now let us try to observe few of the miscellaneous problems for our this particular chapter. That is, if selling price is doubled. Okay, see, the problem statement is provided like this way: if selling price is doubled, the profit triples. So find the profit percentage. So what we are supposed to do now, students? The options are provided like this way: A 66.67%, B 100%, C 105.34%, or is it D 120%? Now to simplify this type of question, students, you need to have a very basic overview of the profit and loss fundamentals. Now see what is given, that if the selling price is doubled, the profit triples. We need to find the profit percentage value. Okay, so how this can be done? Very first, we will assume the cost price to be rupees X. Okay, so let us assume the cost price to be rupees X at initial level and the selling price to be rupees Y at initial level. Okay, so initially we will assume that cost price is rupees X, selling price is rupees Y. Now what is given, that if the selling price is doubled, the profit triples. Okay, so in case 2, what is happening? See, this is, we will regard this as the case 1. Okay, so case 1, and then we have case 2, which is provided in the question, and that is cost price. Okay, we need to find if the selling price is doubled, the profit triples. So cost price will remain as it is, and selling price, okay, that is getting doubled, so it is rupees 2Y now. Okay, so selling price is 2Y. Now just observe, students, in case of case 1, what was the profit value? What was the profit value? Profit is equal to SP minus CP, so it is Y minus X. Now in case of case 2, which is already provided in the question, okay, so what is the profit value? Profit, that is equal to SP minus CP. So over here SP is 2Y, CP is X, so it is 2Y minus X. Okay, now what you need to do, you simply need to formulate this mathematically. Now see what is given. In case of, see, very first, initially if the selling price is doubled, the profit triples. So for case 1, what we have, initial profit value and final profit value. Okay, new profit, I will abbreviate as NP, new profit. So new profit, that is equal to 3 times. See, since it is given profit is getting tripled, so what is the meaning of this triple? 3 times. Okay, so this 3 times is what? 3 times the initial profit value, and this is the initial profit and this is the new profit. Okay, so 3 times it is 3 times it is Y minus X, 3 times it is Y minus X, and new profit, that is given by 2Y minus X. Okay, so now if you observe, students, if you simplify this, it is 2Y minus X, that is equal to 3Y minus 3X. Now keep the value of X on one side, Y on other side. It is very simple. If you take 3X to the left hand side, it will be 3X minus X. Okay, so that is equal to 2X, and 3Y minus 2Y, that will be equal to Y. So 2X equal to Y or Y equal to 2X, both can be taken. Now see what we need to do, we need to find the profit percentage. So for the profit percent, what is the formula? Profit percent or P percent, that is given by profit upon CP into 100. Okay, now over here the profit percent which we are supposed to take, that is this original profit value, and that is none other than Y minus X. Okay, so if you substitute the percentage over here, profit percent, that is equal to Y minus X. Now what is the value of Y from here? It is equal to 2X. So it is 2X minus X upon X into 100. And ultimately, if you simplify, it is X upon X into 100. And this X will get nullified, and finally it will be 100%. Okay, so 100% is the final answer. Very good. I can find 100 value in the chat window itself. So please, if you have any query related to this particular problem. Okay, I'm finding one response that repeat once, sir, is stated by Shivam. Okay, Shivam, I will repeat this question once again for you. Do concentrate it. Now see what is given. If the selling price is doubled, the profit triples. We need to find the profit percent. So we can take two different cases like this way. Don't be so much descriptive like this. This description is only provided for the sake of your better understanding. Whenever you are simplifying any competitive kind of examination questions, then you can do it in rough work also. Okay, this much detailed simplification is not demanded. So anyways, getting back to our topic of discussion, that is case 1 is initial cost price, let us assume it to be rupees X, and initial selling price, let us assume it to be rupees Y. So profit will be given by Y minus X. Okay, profit, that is Y minus X. Now how Y minus X? That is selling price minus cost price. Okay, now case 2 we have cost price will remain as it is. Okay, cost price will remain as it is, but selling price will get doubled. So since it is provided in the question that if cost price is doubled, so SP equal to rupees 2Y. So new profit is 2Y minus X. Now according to the statement mentioned over here, if the selling price is doubled, the profit is tripled. So having this statement in the mathematical form, that is new profit is equal to 3 times the original profit value. Okay, 3 times the original profit value. So it is 2Y minus X. New profit is 2Y minus X. That is equal to 3 times the value Y minus X. So 2Y minus X is equal to, if you further simplify, it is 3Y minus 3X. So finally you will come up to 2X equal to Y. Okay, after simplification. Now we know that the profit percent formula is given by profit upon CP into 100. So substitute the value, that is profit is nothing but it is Y minus X, and instead of Y we are writing 2X from over here. So that we can come to the conclusion that it is 2X minus X upon X into 100. So it is X by X into 100, and ultimately we are having the final answer to be 100%. Okay, so I do believe I've made your query clear, Shivam. Okay. So yes, the final answer is 100%. Moving ahead with the next question. Now see what is given, that a shopkeeper expects a gain of 25% on his cost price. Now if in a week his sale was rupees 392, what was his profit? So your options are rupees 18.20, then is rupees 70, then we have rupees 72, and then we have rupees 88.25. Now what you need to observe, see that fundamental which I taught you, that was related to the if let us say a gain of 35%, then selling price is 135% of cost price. We already learned this fundamental. Okay, so now over here the gain percent value is 22.5%. So can we write, students, from that fundamental which we had already learned just before few minutes, that is selling price SP, that is equal to 122.5% of cost price. Can we write like this way? Selling price is equal to 122.5% of the cost price. Okay, now from this particular statement, we are having the value of selling price to be rupees 392. So I will substitute the value of SP to be 392 is equal to 122.5%. It is 122.5. Okay, 122.5 upon 100 into CP, and then I will find the value of CP. So what is the value of CP? Can anybody answer this question? Cost price you need to find out. After simplification, you will come up with the value of CP. So what is the value of CP? Very good, very good. I received one response, and I believe that is correct. So I will write the value of CP to be rupees 320 after simplification of this particular step. Now see, we need to find the profit. Okay, so profit, that is given by profit, that is equal to, what is it? SP minus CP. Now selling price is rupees 392, and cost price is rupees 320. So if you take the difference, your final answer is rupees 72. Okay. No, 88.25 will not come. Do check your answer once again. The answer is rupees 72. Okay, the fundamental was quite simple. We utilized that simpler fundamental and then we simplified this particular problem. Now, let us have a look at the simplification of one more problem. That is, a trader mixes 26 kilogram of rice at rupees 20 per kilogram with 30 kilogram of rice of other variety at rupees 36 per kilogram and sells the mixture at rupees 30 per kilogram. Now his profit percent is how much? Now see, what is the trader doing? What is the trader doing? Trader is mixing this 26 kilogram of rice which is priced at rupees 20 per kilogram, and he mixes this 26 kilogram of rice with 30 kilogram of rice which is priced at 36 per kg. Okay, so he uses the fundamental of mixing and he mixes the poor quality of rice with good quality of rice, and then he sells that mixture rice at rupees 30 per kg. Okay, and we are supposed to find the profit percentage of that trader. So how to do it? Very first, we need to observe the cost price of the entire mixture. Okay, so the entire mixture is of weight 26 kg plus 30 kg, that is equal to how much? Cp of 56 kg rice. Okay, Cp of 56 kg rice. Now from where does this value 56 kg came? By summing up this 26 kg with this 30 kg and it results into 56. Now how to find the cost price? It is very simple. 26 will be multiplied by 20. In a similar way, this 30 will be multiplied by 36. Okay, so you need to do the multiplication, 26 into 20 and 30 into 36. Now, what is the answer you obtain? Can I please have one answer in the chat window? Very good, very good. It is rupees 1600. 1600. Now SP, selling price. Okay, selling price of 56 kg rice. Selling price of 56 kg rice that will be equal to rupees 56 into 30, since that mixture is priced at rupees 30. Okay, so mixture is priced at rupees 30, so it is 56 into 30 and we come up with the answer to be 1680. Very good. Now since we are intended to find profit percent, so profit percent or P percent, that is equal to profit upon Cp into 100. So this profit value we need to calculate separately. Profit is equal to Sp minus Cp. Okay, so Sp minus Cp, that is 1680 minus 1600. So it is 80. So profit is rupees 80. So it is equal to 80 upon 1600 into 100. 80 upon 1600 into 100. And after you do the simplification, yes, very good, you will come up with the final answer to be 5%. Okay, 80 upon 1600, you will come up with the final answer to be 5%. Okay, I do believe this question is well understood by every student. Please confirm it. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you so much, students. Now let's have a look at the answer also. Let's see, the options will be provided like this way: A, no profit, no loss; B, 5%; C, 8%; or is it D, 10%? And yes, the final answer is, we can find it out, 5%. Okay. So I do believe the fundamentals, okay, the four concepts which we learned, that is well understood by every student. And apart from these four fundamentals, we have also simplified three miscellaneous problems based on profit and loss. Okay. So on this note, we are already done with the this particular chapter, simplification, profit and loss. Now I would like to showcase you the problems for self practice. So I request everyone to please take a screenshot of this particular slide and do practice these questions from your end. And please confirm in the chat that you have taken the screenshot. Okay, great, great. So on this note, students, I would hereby like to conclude our today's session on profit and loss. I believe you all have learned the four additional concepts which we have learned today. The four concepts will guide you with the simplification of profit and loss with an ease. So I'm really thankful once again to the AdminStack team and RK University to allow me this opportunity to have the session for booster session for quantitative aptitude and verbal reasoning. So tomorrow, students will be meeting once again for the understanding of the topic from verbal reasoning. Okay. So thank you so much for attending our today's session. We'll see you all in tomorrow's session. Thank you. Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you so much, Nimish sir.